Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, March 8th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I am responsible for balancing my inner tides. And we have so much Pisces energy going on. We now have Saturn in Pisces. If you have not watched my last two videos, just to get a feel of this energy, you may want to go back and watch because this energy is going to be supporting us and bringing us lessons for the next about 3 years. That being said, I want to remind everybody that the Astro is here to help us. And as I look back, my overall experience of Saturn and Pisces last time was very positive. And I know I'm not you, and you are not me, and we don't have the same experiences, but I do know we can take whatever and use it for good. That is what the divine does. The divine can take the nefarious. It can take the blah of the world and use it for good. And that is what we can do as part of the divine, is take the blah and use it for good. Use it to level ourselves up. So keep that in mind. So, like I was saying, we have Saturn, Mercury, Sun, and Neptune all in Pisces. Hello, water world. And today we have the moon finishing up in Virgo, which brings a little balance to this water and instead brings us into Libra, which is going to be trying to balance us, but it's like, winds coming in over the tides, over the oceans, and it could get a little wavy in our attempt at balancing. Before the moon moves into Pluto, before it moves into Libra, the moon in Virgo will trine Pluto. And so we may have a moment of potential physical empowerment in the morning. We also may have to face some challenge around our physical existence in the morning. So it could go either way, the challenge or the empowerment. Ultimately, it's leading to the empowerment. You may have to face the challenge beforehand. You also could just sleep through it, and congratulations if you do. I recommend that, actually. Moon into Libra. Now, this is interesting because its first connection is with the Saturn. Now in Pisces at 0 degrees. It is an inconjunct, so they don't really know how to work together. And we have Saturn trying to balance, like, okay, here we are in the emotional, tidal, very deep, ancient Piscean waters. And Libra's like, okay. It's like being on a paddleboard. I'm holding my balance, and then the universe just starts throwing things at you. Now, what the universe is throwing at you is actually yourself. That is the biggest energy that's coming in next to work with is Jupiter and Chiron are building into a conjunction, and the moon is going to be opposing that conjunction tomorrow on Thursday. They're not quite conjunct, but they're building to that. So the moon's going to oppose that. And so appropriate for life. This is such a great life analogy. Like you're standing on the paddleboard and you're like, universe, why would you throw a dolphin at me? And it's like, oh, I didn't throw a dolphin at you. Like, that's just you. That's just you doing that. And that's the thing to notice. If you feel things being thrown at you, where is your sense of that responsibility? Here's that Saturn lesson. Personal responsibility. Taking that responsibility, learning how you are being called to waltz with, dance with, balance with these energies. What is your lesson? Saturn in Pisces can be quite karmic. And with the moon in Libra, there's definitely a relationship to these things that's coming through that we're being called to work in and through. So it doesn't have to be that deep, but sometimes Pisces energy can throw us into the deep end. So do be aware of that with this. That being said, the rest of the day is quiet. We are building to some things. Like I said, Chiron and Jupiter are building to a conjunction. Healing around who you are is available. The moon will be opposing these energies tomorrow. So that's going to bring that forward. So you may find little tings of that coming up. But the day is quiet, and it's meant, I think, to help us balance and be present. I just did my patron group for the full moon and for Saturn and Pisces, and go check that out. Come join my Patreon. Go check that out. But one of the things that I suggest is making time daily to connect in with spirit, God, universe, your spiritual team on the other self, your higher self, all of that energy that can help guide you. You have all the answers, but sometimes we need help, and that is a place you can always turn. Of course, you can always get readings, but to have that connection for yourself, with yourself, and with your spirit team can be so helpful. So let's look at these cards. We've got the maturity card, and this is what Saturn's helping us do ultimately, is finding our maturity. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This can be a card that reminds us to get rooted. So if you saw, I posted a juice from Love Greens this week, and it said get rooted on it. Get grounded to support yourself. Ground into your spiritual practice, even if it's just a breath and like, I am here and I am willing and I am ready. I am here, I am willing, I am not ready. But take that time to connect in. Speaking of being here and willing, we do have the Be Here Now card. So take some time for that presence. Otherwise, we've got the Clinging to the Past card. Otherwise, some old tidal emotional energies, old emotional patterns may come up. If you are present, it's like standing there at the ocean. Have you ever turned your back to the ocean and get knocked over? That's this. Turn your back, get knocked over. Stand there present, engaging with the water. Okay, I see you. Let's dance. Let's talk. Let's go there. I am here and I am willing and I am able. That's the prayer right now. Also, some really strong mental energies. We've got the isolation card and the guilt card. The isolation card, to me, these are some old mental patterns that you need to feel your way through. That you've kind of isolated them, pushed them aside. You need to feel your way through. This isn't about being guilty. This isn't about getting stuck. Oh my God, how could I have left this? No, have that maturity. I see you. Here I am. Let's do this thing. So, I hope that was helpful. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power always. And honor your values. Namaste.